Imagine this, a tiny, scruffy kitten, all alone in the world, battling against everything that comes her way. But what if I told you she's about to teach us the most powerful lesson about love, loss, and resilience? Meet Bella, a once-forgotten stray cat living in the alley behind a bustling city cafe. With her fur matted and eyes filled with uncertainty, she fought for every meal, dodged the dangers of busy streets, and faced nights filled with the chilling loneliness of abandonment. But what happened next will forever change the lives of those who crossed her path. This isn't just a story about a cat. It's a story of courage, heartache, and the transformative power of love that can bloom even in the darkest corners. One fateful evening, Bella stumbled into the cafe's warm glow, lured by the aroma of freshly baked bread. Hungry and desperate, she inched her way closer, hoping for a morsel. But the bustling cafe was filled with people too engrossed in their lives to notice the small creature seeking refuge. With each passing minute, Bella felt more invisible, more alone. As she sat trembling near the entrance, a little girl named Sophie spotted her. With her big, curious eyes, Sophie saw not just a dirty kitten, but a friend in need. But as Sophie rushed to the counter to ask for some food, Bella faced a challenge far more daunting than hunger. The cafe manager, a stern man with no time for strays, Sophie pleaded with the manager, "Please, can we help her? She's so hungry." But he dismissed her with a wave of his hand. "We don't feed animals here," he replied, his voice cold and firm. Sophie's heart sank. She looked back at Bella, who now curled up in a corner, her tiny body trembling. Determined, Sophie hatched a plan. Every day after school, she would save a piece of her lunch to feed Bella. Days turned into weeks. Every afternoon, Sophie would sneak out a sandwich or some leftover pastries, quietly delivering them to Bella. With every meal, Bella grew stronger and more trusting, her eyes sparkling with gratitude as Sophie whispered sweet words to her. The bond between them blossomed. A silent agreement formed through shared meals and tender moments. But there was a looming problem. The city was planning to close the cafe for renovations, and the alley where Bella lived would be filled with construction workers and noise. The thought of losing her little haven filled Sophie with dread. Bella's home, her sanctuary, was at risk. The day before the cafe's closure, a terrible storm swept through the city. Thunder roared and rain poured down in sheets. Sophie raced to the cafe, heart pounding, praying that Bella would be safe. She found the door locked, the lights off, and her heart sank deeper than the heavy clouds above. Just as she turned to leave, she heard a faint, desperate meow. It was Bella, trapped inside the cafe, hiding beneath a table, terrified of the storm. Without thinking, Sophie pushed against the door, which creaked open under the pressure of the wind. "Bella, I'm here!" she shouted, rushing inside. The sound of thunder and rain was deafening, but in that moment, all Sophie could focus on was Bella. She crouched down, reaching for the frightened kitten. "Come here, Bella! You're safe now!" But as Bella darted out, a loud crash echoed from the back of the cafe. A part of the ceiling had collapsed due to the storm. In a split second, Sophie leaped forward, shielding Bella with her body just as debris fell around them. When Sophie awoke, she found herself in a hospital bed, the comforting beeping of machines filling the room. Bella was beside her, curled up against her arm, safe and sound. The storm had passed, but the battle they faced that night had forged an unbreakable bond. Sophie's bravery and love had not only saved Bella's life, but had also shown everyone the power of compassion. News of their story spread like wildfire, drawing attention from the community. People began to come together, creating shelters for stray animals, ensuring no creature would ever have to face the harshness of the world alone again. If Bella's journey touched your heart, if you believe in the power of love and kindness, hit that subscribe button. Join us for more heartwarming stories that remind us how small acts can create big changes in the world.